Yo, Sonny!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Quick video. If you have low water pressure, when you turn on your sink, it starts off okay, and then you notice about 4 to 5 minutes in, especially if you flush a toilet or turn on another sink, and this thing goes down to basically nothing. I'm going to show you what you do next. When the pressure gets down to that, it can be as weak as that. Alright, let's go down to the basement. Alright, so you come down into the basement. You got the blue cylinder here. That's where the filter is located. And my setup here, I got a shut-off valve from the outside. I have a well, so this is coming from the well. And then I have a shut-off on this side that goes up into the house. So when I want to change my filter, very basic and simple, I'm going to shut this guy down. Then I'm going to shut this guy down. And there's a lot of pressure built up in these tanks, so you got to make sure you get the pressure up before you unscrew it. There's a red button here you're going to push down, let all the air out, and some water will come out. That's perfectly normal. Have a bucket, okay, down at the bottom here to catch any of the water, all right? And I like to keep everything all in one spot. Recommended you change this at least once a year, especially if you have harder water that causes the toilet and stuff to turn brown and the faucets and everything else, okay? So let's get to it, all right? You can, that's a nice shut off for my well. And I don't have to shut the well off because I'm just bypassing it for probably 10 minutes, but I will shut off the well there, okay? Shut off that switch. All right, so I'm going to shut the well off, okay? Take our wrench off. You're going to need this. This is a wrench to take the filter off. So put that aside for a minute. We're going to shut this off first, okay? Turn it down. We're going to then shut this guy off. Like I said, the red button, you're going to push the red button and get the air out. Let's move these filters so they don't get all wet. Push this red button, and you can see some water came out, okay? That's all the air is out of this little section. Grab your wrench, and remember, lefty, loosey, righty, tighty, okay? You want to go easy. Once it breaks free, take your wrench off, loosen this. Be careful as you're loosening this. These things are heavy. You don't want them to drop. So be prepared to grab it. Perfectly normal for water to come down. You can see all the water coming out. That's perfectly fine. Now, if you guys can see this, this is the filter. Look how dirty. Look at that brown. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's all brown and clogged. It looks like crap. There's a lot of sediment in the bottom of this. So I'm going to take this and wash it out. And then we're going to come back and reinstall the new filter. Alright, after you clean out the inside of your cover here, on the top you have the gasket. That's the gasket we talked about. So I'm going to clean this gasket off. Clean the space in between here. Clean the space in between off. Clean the gasket off here. When reinstalling the O-ring, you want to put it back in place in this little groove. Make sure it fits nice. And then we're going to use a little bit of grease. And the grease you want to use is a food grade, well, the plumber's grease, food grade. Pick this guy up at the Home Depot. I don't know if that'll zoom in. It's tiny, but all you need is a little bit. You're going to just coat the top. The reason you need the grease is when you go to crank this thing back on to create the seal, you don't want this to bind up, twist, and get stuck and crack or anything. So it'll give it a nice smooth, when you reapply it. So let's put some grease on it. A little grease on your finger and just go around. Go around. If you have a table, it's easier to work on a table. I'm holding this thing in my hand. Okay? And we're going to take this filter, and all you're going to do is, in the bottom of this blue thing, there's like a little nipple sticking out, and there's a hole in these filters. You want to line it up. Make sure you get it in straight. Basically put it back up in here. Be careful you don't strip it. want to go righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Start doing it by hand. And what you want to do is you want to tighten this as much up by hand first. Get it snug. Like that. Then you go and grab your wrench. And you want to do just a little bit more. Boom, that's it. You don't want to go crazy. Once that's done, and what you want to do when you go to turn on your system, turn this on slowly, a quarter of the turn. Let this thing fill up. What you want to do is you want to inspect for any kind of leak. All right, once it's clean and you don't see leaks, then you want to reintroduce the water back up into the house. And that's back up. Okay? And that's it. That's how you change a filter. If you have low water pressure, if you have a well, go down and check the hard water. You know, they're supposed to do this once a year. But yeah, low water pressure, definitely check this first, and you'll save yourself some time and definitely money. You don't need a plumber for this. Very easy to install, but if you don't have this set up with the shutoffs in between, highly recommend you do it. Then you'll be able to change this filter every time yourself. All right, well, thanks for watching. Quick one. And we will catch you on the next one. What do we got to do now? Oh, I forgot to say. If you don't have this, because I had to go out to the depot and get it, you can always use Vaseline. Okay, Vaseline would be fine on that ring. All right? And that's all. So we'll catch you on the next one. Yo, Sonny! Sonny, you down there? Are you down there, Sonny? Are you in that muck? All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Sonny.
You doing, kid?